When one of the worst days of your life coincides with one of the greatest nights of your life, a roller coaster of emotions is inevitable, especially when you're a teenager. That was life for a high school football team from Columbia Central in Tennessee last Friday. Just hours after 16-year-old Dylan Rebeor lost his battle with cancer, his teammates, with heavy hearts, had to go out and play for the state football championship, sparked by an inspirational speech from wide receiver and coach's son, Eric Ballou. The Lions went out, and they earned a convincing win in his honor. Coach Vance Ballou and his son, Eric, join us now on ESPN First Take. Gentlemen, first let me start by saying I'm very sorry for your loss. I know that it was very difficult for you to go out and play your football game Friday night. Eric, I'll start with you. How did your day begin Friday?
Well, I woke up about 6:30 that morning, and my father came to my bedside and told me that Dylan had passed. And I didn't really know what to think. All kinds of emotions were racing through my mind, but I knew that he would want us to win. So for him, I stayed focused on his death, but I stayed focused on the task at hand that was going on Friday night, and just because I knew that's what he would want me to focus on.
Coach, I'm sure that this was difficult news for you to deliver, not just to your son, who was very good friends with Dylan, but also to the entire football team. How did you deliver the message to the team, and how difficult was that for you to do?
Well, it was difficult. We just met quickly before school and made sure everybody was informed with what had happened. We shared some thoughts about Dylan, and the thing that made it easier and able to cope with was Dylan's unselfishness and his commitment to the team. That was so important to him. So it kind of gave us the feeling that it was right to focus on the game, and by focusing on the game, it also served Dylan well.
Eric, your dad said to the team prior to taking the field, if anyone has anything to say it now. And you stood up and said something. What did you say?
Well, I told the team that, I mean, our stories, team-wise and with Dylan's battle through cancer, have been very similar. You know, we weren't supposed to make it this far, and neither was he. But eventually he won the battle, regardless if cancer was a death for him or not. And I told him if we show the power of Dylan throughout this game, regardless if we win or lose, we'll still be champions.
Coach, what was the mood of the team in the week leading up to the game? They obviously were very aware that Dylan was certainly had taken a turn for the worse.
They were. We had informed them on Monday of last week that Dylan was, because of kidney failure, was down just to a few days left, and you know, it was an emotional week. Again, the thing that made it where our team could cope and be effective was the fact that Dylan did not want to take away from the team. He did not want to be a distraction. Did not even want to be the motivating factor. He just loved his team, and the team was on his mind up to his final minutes, and it really, again, gave us the right to focus on the game while also remembering the glory of his life.
Eric, I'm sure it was very difficult for you guys to concentrate on the task at hand, to play a football game, but take us to the moments immediately following the end of the game. What was that like for you guys as you were finally celebrating and also dealing with the emotions of the loss?
Well, me personally, I mean, when it comes to football, I'm kind of an emotional guy. So as soon as the clock hit 0, I mean, I just broke down. But it was, I had tears of sadness, but tears of happiness as well, because we did what Dylan wanted us to do, and his death was very motivational, and helped us do what we had to do. And it was a great win for our team, our community, but most importantly for Dylan and his family.
Coach, you mentioned that Dylan was known for being unselfish and cared more about the team than he did about himself. And I think that's evident in the way he chose to use his Make-A-Wish. What can you tell us about what he wanted most before he died?
Well, in the previous week in our semifinals game, he already knew that he was limited in his days, and we were trying to make the decision on when to tell the team, and he chose not to tell the team at that point because he did not want to be a distraction. I think that was a very mature response to that situation, and again, very unselfish. The hope was that with his Make-A-Wish Foundation that he and the family would be able to go to Hawaii as a family trip. That obviously was not able to come about because of the timing of his death. So he quickly switched that over to equipment needs for the team, and we're very appreciative of that. And, you know, like I said, Dylan just kept his team in his thoughts all the way up to the end.
Well, he asked his mother just before he passed whether or not the team had won the state championship game, and obviously it hadn't been played, but the team went out and gave him the answer that he wanted later that day. Eric, and I know that this is tough for you, Vance. I know it's a difficult time. Our condolences to you and the team. Congratulations on a state championship. I'm sure you made Dylan very proud.
Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate it.
This reminder, today is the last